Time to play a creepy-ass song.
Woo!
From our early 20s.
Not our mid to late 30s.
I'm definitely about in my late 30s now. I feel like I'm in my late 30s, and I am.
She was a pretty little freshman. For some reason, took it upon myself to make this shit my girlfriend. Little did I know she was starving for attention. Stuck up all of herself in an arid not to mention. Kinda got to me when she first had her hair blonde, but it really pissed me off when I first saw those pom-poms. I lost my virginity to a cheerleader. Guess it beats a Walmart greeter. That's the way the story goes. I lost my virginity to a cheerleader. Irony don't get much sweeter. That's the way the story goes for me. And after Betsy is a shit, I stood up for myself, decided I was sick of it. Confronted her beside the pop machine, spontaneously combusted her into a cheer routine. Took a break for a while, and in that time I thought about her sweet and pretty smile. So I called her up to ease her mind, and she dumped me on my ass. I'm so sad because I lost my virginity to a cheerleader. Balsa wood don't smell like cedar. What the hell is that supposed to mean? I don't know, I needed words to rhyme it. So come on LP, let's double time it. I don't know why this girl and I couldn't set our differences aside. She broke my heart and twisted up my mind. Put a bullet in my soul for the 1,000th time. I'm sorry. I lost my virginity to a cheerleader. I lost my virginity to a cheerleader. I lost my virginity to a cheerleader. I lost my virginity to a cheerleader.
That was a cute flourish right there. I liked it.
So how was everybody's weekend?
Pile of shit. I hated it.
Really?
No, it was awesome.
We're actually this is kind of an old school set list here, all except for the very last song is part of our original 5-song EP thing that we put out back in, what was that, 2003?
3-ish, 4-ish?
It was after I came back from school, so it would have been like 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
I have
It was
no idea.
before Brandon was born.
I wasn't there.
We put out this
Brandon might have been in middle school.
5-song sampler with a drum machine, and
In
that's
honor of my birth.
Dr. Rhythm.
Dr. Rhythm. I still have Dr. Rhythm, by the way,
He's in a closet.
in case we need to get rid of our real drummer and start playing with shitty samples.
So, you're on notice, okay? You better
with this
step
set
it up a
list,
peg.
It's probably going to happen. Let's shut the fuck up and play some music.
This one's called Johnny Chapter Nowhere, good friends. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Went to church and sang their songs until one day he wandered It could never ever be so good as you or me. Things got tough, you turned your back, you were his only friend. Now John Chapter nowhere's running through your head again. Where does it say to judge before you judge yourself? Where does it say to shun the one who's on the run from you? Where does it say? They say it's a conspiracy, even though it proves itself. He is right in front of you, but you can't see. He could never ever be so good as you or me. Things got tough, you turned your back, you were his only friend. Now John Chapter nowhere's running through your head again. You're too late for the animosity aimed at you. Now can't you see that you've gone wrong? It should be a shelter for all those kids who don't belong. Those kids who don't belong. Those kids who don't belong. Nugent. But you can't see. He is right in front of you, but you can't see. He is right in front of you, but you can't see. He is right in front of you.
Turn their backs.
Woo!
So I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
Who's a band that you hate that everyone else seems to love? And no easy answers. It can't be like Nickelback or, Nickelback's the obvious
What's
one.
wrong with Nickelback?
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no easy answers.
Yeah. So did everybody take some time,
There's,
Brandon?
there's so many.
And I'm saying this category with the full notice that there's probably going to be shitty people online that are like, well, you guys suck way worse than those bands do.
Oh, I'm going to
which,
start an
fair
online
enough.
fight
and I
here in
could
a
give
second.
two shits less.
You ready for me to start internet war?
I know I suck.
You ready?
Yeah.
Check this shit out. Do you know who I dislike? Sorry, Mom, if you're watching, but man, the Beatles, holy shit, are they overrated?
What do you not like about the Beatles specifically?
It's like just generic. Like it's nothing. There's nothing other than like maybe one or two songs that.
Well, if you're talking about their earlier stuff, like the "She Loves You," yeah stuff,
Yeah, that's
crap. But if we're talking about like the White Album and Sgt. Pepper's and stuff I especially like the White Album. That album's weird as shit.
I couldn't hang. Like
That's the one that has
I don't
Helter
get it.
Skelter and I Am the Walrus. Actually, maybe I Am the Walrus is on Revolver.
Uncle Albert is
that
the
Revolver?
only song I care about.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is like, yeah, they were okay. Yeah, they were from England. But I didn't see him having anything on like Elvis.
I don't particularly have a problem with the Beatles, but they did destroy pop music forever, basically.
Oh, yeah,
From
totally.
that point on, every band is, to this day, including some three-man songs, by the way, we're just following like the formula.
Well,
Chorus,
yeah.
verse,
I refuse.
chorus, bridge, chorus. My
Genocide.
band that everybody loves that I hate is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not a fan.
Not a fan.
You're not ready to give it away now?
Their music, well, see, that stuff is actually good. I'm more a hater of their newer shit. Like everything from the standing in line to see the show.
And there's a lot.
It's fucking snooze-worthy music.
No,
It literally
like
makes
Under
me
the
want to.
Bridge. What was that album?
Man.
Blood, Sex, something magic.
Yeah, I think that's the
It
same
does-
one that
their
has Give
music
It Away.
does nothing to me. Like it doesn't affect me.
And
at
I
all.
like both Flea and who's the guitarist, Jonathan something or other. I like him too. I hate his guitar with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but he's a great musician. I've seen him do like solo stuff. He's a great singer, actually. I think
Will
he's a,
Ferrell's a great drummer.
Yeah,
in that
totally.
band.
Will Ferrell really rocks it in that
Chad's
band.
gonna be
What's-
pissed if he ever sees this.
What's funny is people used to say that for years before they actually made it a thing. People used to say for years, like, dude, that drummer from Chili Peppers looks just like Will Ferrell. And then, like, 10 years later, they're doing, like, drum battles on SNL.
There was a thing where Chad Smith was doing this little trio thing with a couple other dudes, and someone yelled Will Ferrell.
And he lost it.
He got super pissed. He's like, fuck you, and got up and left.
He must have been on his man period or something.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Like, okay, dude, pull out your man pun.
Yeah. Who's your band that you dislike?
I don't know how to narrow it down, but Metallica, Slayer.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Bob Marley.
That's a quite a mishmash of artists right there.
But he only hates them when they play together.
Yeah.
Metallica,
Slayer, Marley.
They tried to redo that We Are the World song, and it just didn't pan out well.
Dude, I would love a version of We Are the World by Metallica, Slayer, and Bob Marley.
Oh, man, you'd have the lead singer Slayer like, we are the world. We are the children.
that sounds awful.
Just like that.
Does. I'd listen to it.
Speaking
of awful
if
songs.
If I had to choose one, I'd choose Avenged Sevenfold.
I don't know any of their
don't
songs.
get it.
Except that one
I would
that was
argue
on
that's
Guitar
not a band
Hero.
everybody loves anyway.
Linkin Park.
Oh.
Yeah, that's another one. And that's a touchy one because their lead singer's dead now, so you're not supposed to say anything
Chester?
bad.
Chester,
that's like
right?
saying you don't like The Crow.
Bob Marley is super dead.
Yeah, that's true. But there's enough time passed from that. What's weird is we kind of like despise Jamaican music, yet there are several three-man songs that are totally like Jamaican riffs.
Super weed smoking riffs.
I know. And you can always tell when we're playing live, we're playing our normal. Nobody's dancing.
Oh, sweet Jamaican music.
Yeah!
Irie.
Like people just start grinding in the crowd and stuff. And then we're like, don't get used to it.
Psych.
Yeah.
This is my favorite note in this whole song.
Oh, man, they went back to the other shitty thing. Well, time to go.
They're playing the other three notes I don't like.
Are we ready?
Yeah, let's play some
Or
shit.
ready for some
This
super
is gonna
fast punk
suck.
rock?
Hey,
Don't psych yourself out.
someone's got a bomb on the live show.
So far, we've only done 2 episodes, but we've avoided train wrecks. There hasn't even been one train wreck yet. Don't say that. Where we actually
This
have
is the playlist where it's like full of possibilities. And
we make it through these next 2. We're gold.
yeah, we're gold. I mean, we're gold. Yeah, Tab, give us gold.
Alaskan Spruce Tip IPA. Highly recommend it. Here on the 3-Man Show. Over Ranier. What's similar between having sex in a canoe and drinking a Rainier? They're both fucking close to water. That's not an original joke either. That's like an old school Ketchikan joke. I think like every other drunk asshole that came through my line at the Captain's Keg that was buying Rainier told me that same joke. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
You knuckle up, I'll knock you down. I'll put you on the fucking ground. I'll make you bloody with my fists, and we'll find out who the real junk is. Your vision fades in and goes black. My fist in your face make the perfect match. I'll take on you and your whole bunch. You'll never see it coming. Sucker punch! Let's start a fight. Gonna kick your ass tonight. Let's start a fight. Gonna call you out and make things right. If this is really what you wanna do, just know that I don't wanna fight with you. But keep your head up, that's the key. Just be prepared, hell's coming with me. Let's start a fight. Gonna kick your ass tonight. Let's start a fight. Gonna call you out
good sir.
Look, it was the pyrotechnics, which I can taste all the way over here.
Yeah. We're getting higher than Steve-O in this bitch.
Gotta love the bitterant. Yeah. Tony's struggling. That's so you don't huff it.
I'm trying not to.
Well, stop huffing it. What I feel bad for is Brandon. He got smoke screened over there.
I remember there was an episode of Intervention where the chick, that was her drug of choice, was these things, and she just used them even though they had the bitterant. It didn't stop her. Yeah, she just kept going.
That's like the medicated Listerine that used to be like the only kind.
What, do you want
find.
dust on your electronics or something?
Yeah, no, look, the drum machine, it's dusty. Or the kit, or whatever we're calling it these days.
Machine.
Whatever the kids are calling those cool things.
That's what we call a drum machine.
We may watch Tony die on camera.
Yeah, Tony's having an issue over here.
It tastes like my old bronchitis inhaler.
It tastes like burning.
Inhalers definitely have a very specific taste to them. I wonder if that's what steroids taste like.
I don't know.
Okay. It's not even a question necessarily. It's a challenge to describe your most memorable or baddest injury you ever received for any reason.
All right. I got this. So you and I talked earlier about having similar injuries, so I thought about a different one. And when we were remodeling our first home, the ceiling had these exact ceiling tiles on it. Mm-hmm. And we decided to take them off, so I had screwed a bent putty knife, and I screwed it onto the end of a broomstick. And I was hooking it under the first tile and then, like, walking down the thing like this. And about the third or fourth line, there was a screw sticking out of the ceiling like a half inch. And it caught the putty knife, and I ran into the end of the broomstick, which was metal. And it cut a perfect circle right here. And it knocked me, like, not completely
like one of those
unconscious.
fuckers from Stargate.
Yeah, no,
it
like
that?
I
or
dropped.
Dr. Manhattan from
like the
Watchmen.
Devil.
And so, like it nailed me, and I like saw stars and went black and dropped to the ground. And then for like the next week, I had this perfect circle like right here. And that that was a good one.
Nice. Mephistopheles.
Blanco Diablo.
My most intense injury story is I used to be a rollerblader.
Oh,
and we all know that's
Fruit
a very cool thing to admit.
I know a rollerblader in town. You guys should hang out.
Oh, the guy that wears the panda stuff.
Yeah, I'll get you a hat
he looks
like
cool.
that.
you guys are like brothers now.
But it was in the depths of like the fruit booting mayhem. So it was like 98, 99. I believe it was in 99, or it might have even been 2000 when I hurt myself. But I was going off a little kicker ramp at the rec center, and this is when they still had the old half pipe up there. But we were doing this little kicker ramp in the middle of the just in the driveway, just going. I was having like the best session I've ever had. I was actually landing crazy shit like
it was so hard
540s and stuff like that. And I went for a 720, and I made the mistake of saying, "Okay, this is my last try," which apparently is like the curse. You're never ever supposed to do that. And I went up, flipped around, came down like squirrely, and landed sideways and rolled my ankle the other way. You know how you normally roll your ankle inward? I rolled it out like that. And
just right.
It cracked, felt like the worst pain ever. I had broken other stuff before, and I had always went into some kind of shock, so I didn't really feel it. This one, I was like, oh, my God. I was screaming, rolling around on the ground. Took my boot off. I was like, oh, it doesn't even look that bad. I'm sure I'm fine. Yeah. And then I went to the ER, and they're like, yeah, you got to go to Anchorage for surgery because, we're going to put 2 pins in your ankle.
Damn.
And, yeah. Also, same trip up to Anchorage, I was super high on morphine in the hospital bed. And on Conan O'Brien, the band Seven Dust came on and played a show or played a set. And I became like an instant fan of Seven Dust, but I don't know how much of it was because I was super fucked up on drugs.
Yeah.
But I was a fan of them for years. It was the drugs.
I've been a fan of theirs for years. I haven't listened to any of their newer shit, but
they
lost their one guitarist a while back, and it hasn't been the same since.
So mine's not really like the worst injury, but it's definitely what I think is the goofiest and like ingrained in my head as the most embarrassing thing ever. Mm-hmm. So I was, I don't know, maybe 4 or so. My dad used to work for this construction company, and Big Boss Man came over to his house and was talking with him.
The pro wrestler?
Yeah. That's the one. Nailed it. So he's over, and then I'm playing outside, and my dad's, trying to show off that he has this awesome family, and I'm his oldest. So he was like, "This is my oldest boy, Brandon.
You should have started with
Apple
the
of
middle
my
child.
eye." And so I needed to impress him, and I just looked up at his boss, and I was like, "You want to see how fast I can run?" We lived on Monroe, which was a pretty kind of not super steep, but steepish downhill.
Yeah.
So it's just like, "You want to see how fast I can run?" And he was like, "What?" I just took off running and ate shit, like skinned my knee, and his boss is like, "It was some boy you've got there."
And he's been trying to live up to it ever since.
That was bad. I mean, it wasn't a bad injury, but like I like embarrassed myself
Yeah.
and my dad. He was trying to show me off. Like
You're like Stuart on Mad TV.
Yeah.
Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Yeah. There was another one on the next hill over on Jackson Street where I was riding my bike down. Your fruit boots made me think of this. So, bike. All my skateboarder friends got mad at me because I rode a bike, and then
As they should have.
Yeah, exactly.
I talk like I rode a skateboard.
Yeah, I tried. I couldn't do it. So I was going down Jackson, and I had this stick on my shoulder, and I was getting
Because I was jousting bitches.
I was getting tired of carrying it. So I looked down, and I was like, "Oh man, this would fit like perfectly on the side of my peg and right next to the handlebar here." So I went down with it, and it went right in between my spokes, and I just flipped fuck over. Right on my. It was beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome. I like it.
Yeah. So those are my two for two.
Nice. I want to animate these later because I like to do cartoons, and
Yeah.
people's awful pain is always hilarious. Listen to us playing in drop D like
Tracy
we're a
knows how
metal
to
band.
play guitar.
Drop C sharp.
Listen to that shit.
Don't want to get a copyright strike, although I'm sure the Melvins music isn't as heavily policed as, I don't know,
We'll
Rock
just
You
say
Like
it's
a
a
Hurricane
parody.
or whatever the fuck.
It's just a parody.
That doesn't fly in court.
Nah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Another song from back when we were young and
Before
dumb.
Brandon was born.
Yeah. Close. This was, 2004? So how old were you in 2004?
I was born in '88, so math.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not even that old. Much younger.
Old, much younger.
Yeah.
Old, much younger, had a farm.
So you're like 29-ish.
I'm turning 30. If anyone wants to know what to
Dirty
get me for
30.
my birthday, just ask.
Song's called The True Crew Song, back from when we could drink like 36 beers in a night and still go to work
Oh,
the
it's
next day.
Coors Light.
That's true. 2, 3, 4.
Let's go!
We are an underground society, consisting of humans, all varieties. We invade the space of anyone who questions our sobriety. Yeah, we pound the fist of the common man, appointed by the gods just to start a band. So punch the knuckles of the person next to you and say true, true.
Got a party, nothing else to do. All the people in the True Crew, we slam it at 11, pass out at God knows when. Get up for work at 7, do it all over again. Got a party, nothing else to do. All the people in the True Crew, we slam it at 11, pass out at God knows when. Get up for work at 7, do it all over again.
Just roll the dice, almost time to go. Let's get downtown for the evening show. The popcorn's stale and the movie sucks, but then again it's hard to pay sleeping now. You can't shotgun, well I'll show you how. You grab the can, I'll grab the knife, then you'll have the best day of your life.
Got a party, nothing else to do. All the people in the true crew. We slam it at 11, pass out at God knows when. Get out for work at 7, do it all over again. Gonna party, nothing else to do. All the people in the true crew. We slam it at 11, pass out at God knows when. Get out for work at 7, do it all over again. Gonna party, nothing else to do. All the people in the true crew. Slam it at 11, pass out at God knows when. Get out for work at 7, do it all over again. Gonna party,
We're gonna party,
gonna party,
gonna party.
slam it at 11, pass out at God knows when. Get out for work at 7, do it all over again.
So there was a good period of time. Remember that giant dude that used to work in the movie theater? I think his name was like Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
He was pissed.
that we said that the popcorn sucked or something like
Yeah, he like called me out at the bar one night and was like, "What the fuck?"
So I
was
just
like-
messed up on the easiest song.
Yeah, way to go. Way to go. I wasn't going to say anything.
I got so worked up. I was like, this is it. I'm done. This is easy street. I let it slip.
We all have our moments,
After
Brandon.
I ask for shit for my birthday, I just think I'm on top of the world.
that. I know.
And it all just crumbles.
Last night, Brandon quit
So what's
the band.
what's the drunkest you guys have ever been in your entire life?
Like, ever?
Yeah.
Like in the last week?
Ever.
Oh man, I can't tell. I broke a toilet once. Like there's so many from a long time. I came home. I was at a party. I went to the bathroom and I was standing up to pee, and I was leaning up against the wall, and I stood up too fast, and like got real lightheaded and went backwards, and then went to overcompensate, and I fell, and like my head and my shoulder hit the back tank of the toilet, and my ribs like landed on the bowl, and the tank just shattered. This is like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
full of water. So I'm like crawling around on the floor, soaking wet, trying not to kill myself with these giant shards of toilet bowl. And I get the water turned off, and I throw a towel on it, and I think I wrote a note that said, "I'll fix it in the morning," and put it on the bathroom and went to bed.
Was it your bathroom?
Yeah. It was a bathroom at my house.
Okay.
So this is at like 1, 2 in the morning. So at like 7, I get up on Saturday morning. No reason to be up at 7 in the morning after that night. And I'm down at Madison's buying a new toilet. And I had it fixed by like 11.
You're like, well, honey, I just decided to shatter our toilet at 2 o'clock in the morning. It was about time to get it out
We
of there.
needed a
and-
new
yeah.
one. I got a different one.
One of the drunkest I've ever been, and I know it's the drunkest I've ever been because I actually like movie style blacked out, like have zero recollection of what happened. And we were partying at Surprise Beach. You were there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and we were shotgunning a bunch of beers, and I specifically remember like upending a bottle of amaretto. I drank like a whole bottle of amaretto, and then I was like incapacitated on the ground after throwing up for a while and pissing and falling into my own piss. That
I
was another
remember
thing.
that
And there
night.
was a girl there that I liked
Yep.
too, so that
Nice.
was
That was like the
very
night
special.
Marty had to drag you up the side of the cliff.
Totally. And I don't remember leaving the beach or going home, and I actually had one of those moments where I woke up in my bed the next day and was like, how the fuck did I get here? Oh, my God. I was like, I didn't think that was real. I didn't think that
miracle.
really happened to people. I did not think that blacking out was a real thing until
Oh, yeah.
that night. Yeah.
Oh, it happens.
Oh, yeah.
And now, as they've discussed
Not
on
to
Always
me.
Sunny, I'm way more familiar with the brownout, where you just lose a little bit. You don't lose your whole night. You just lose like a little segment. Like, I don't remember doing that, but you remember the stuff on the either side of it? Yeah. That's a brownout.
Yeah.
Brandon's over there just quiet. Brandon's like, my mom's watching.
That was bad. 15th, 16th birthdays. Both of those were pretty bad.
He doesn't have as innocuous as a story as we do. Like, I just fell asleep on a beach and woke up in my bed. It wasn't
There's
like,
some funny ones that I remember.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like waking up thinking I was swimming. But
were you actually like in your bed? Like,
oh, dude, I was in someone else's bed with all this blankets and water everywhere. I still don't know whose bed it was, but I walked home. Like, I walked outside, kind of figured out where I was still super drunk.
yeah.
But I like kind of figured out where I was by like the not monuments, but the landmarks.
Yeah.
The monuments.
There's monuments.
He was in Washington, D.C. How did I end up in the Lincoln bedroom?
But I woke up later on in my bed. I might have done it.
Showed up at your house and carried him in too.
Yeah.
That's Marty's job.
Like the patron saint of my drunk friends.
Yeah, he's like a superhero, but that's his only power is he knows when people are incapacitated drunk and he helps them into places.
My Rainier sense is tingling.
He just flies in from nowhere. Here's your cab, sir.
Congrats.
Here she comes.
By the way,
She comes, guys.
Lunchbox's brother goes by Marty, so there's always this moment with everybody who knows him where they go, wait, your name is Marty Martin?
Yeah, Martin.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
But it's not Marty.
Man
It's
so nice
it's a
they
nickname.
named him twice.
Like Jimmy James and
Jimmy James.
Johnny Johnson.
What's his name?
Does he not want
Harry.
people to know? Yeah,
Oh,
Harry.
okay.
Just like the
We
dad.
won't tell anybody.
Junior.
Junior.
The floor is on fire.
We named the dog Indiana.
How did you know she was a Nazi?
Careful, Ryan. Some things in here don't react too well to bullets.
She
Like
talks
me.
in her sleep.
I don't react well to bullets.
Ships that passion that.
He fell down an elevator shaft. Onto some
bullets.
bullets.
Have you guys seen Mystery Men?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hidden gem that not everybody has seen, and it came out at the same time as some other weird superhero movies. So I think it got buried, but we were just
Mr.
talking
Furious.
about that. Yeah. Well, Ricky posted that thing about when you learn to balance attack hammer on your head, you will head off your opponents with a more balanced attack. And nobody had any idea what he was talking about unless you've seen Mystery Men. Like, until you learn to master your rage will become your master. That's what you were going to say. Not necessarily.
It's good.
My favorite movie. One of my favorite movies, anyway. Hank Azaria as what's his name, the Blue Raja. Like the only movie where Hank Azaria is actually like a live action character that I can think of. He always does voice work.
He was in, what was that one? You want scuba? You for scuba?
No idea what
He
you're
was
talking
in the really crappy Godzilla movie. He was
That's
the
true. He was the cab driver.
There's
Oh,
no
God.
such
It was
thing as a
Airman.
crappy Godzilla movie.
No, that
I
movie is
beg to
horrible.
differ.
Yeah. You ready, sir?
Back on my life, I realize I've done some stupid shit. The broken bones and hangovers, well, I wouldn't change any of that. I worked hard to become the mess I am today, and I accept all consequences for my crimes. Well, I heard some people say that they go back and right the wrongs, but if you ask me if I change, here's what I'd say. No fucking way! Looking back on my life, I realize I made some people mad. I'm sorry that I hurt those feelings, but that don't mean that I'm sad. Life is worth the living, first you gotta have a life. The karma that I cooked up's looking grim. Well, I heard some people say I've got no style, no charm, no class. Well, here's my well thought out reply to all their claims. kiss my ass. No fucking way.
That's it. That one person watching can log off now.
That was my mom, I know it.
What if it was my mom?
They were together.
Yeah.
Okay.